people. Today I share about the flow of money and how abundance really is how much capacity we have to hold and steward the flow of money. I am Els Koch, I'm a social web designer, I'm a coach, and I'm an author of the Soul of Business book and the Social Business Journal. And today I really want to share what I learned through my own. I'm always working on my money mindset. I'm always working on expanding the capacity to hold and to serve, especially. And money for me really is a lot about, not so much about holding and keeping money and holding wealth, but it is a lot about how much money I can hold and trust myself to hold. If we don't trust ourselves to let the money in and that we can direct it into the right ways, so we are more like stewards of money flow than we are holders and holders of money. Because money is not something that we can take with us. Money is something that fluctuates. Once we die and we leave our human body, it's not something that we can carry towards the other world. What we carry towards the other world is the energy imprint and the legacy that we leave here, and that we leave in the world, the mark we leave. So in which way can we use money and use the flow of energy in a way to create a better world? So this is really what success for me is all about. It's about using money in creating beautiful things for myself and for the whole. And knowing that if I create and allow it for myself, it will also resonate and come in for the people that are in my field and the people I'm connected with. So for me, it's really about the question. It's not as much about the question, how rich do I want to become? It's more about the question, how much impact do I want to be able to hold? How big of a steward of money flow do I want to become? How much of consciousness and energy am I able to channel through me towards others and doing good and being of service in the world and making change and transformation through that? How big is that number that I can hold right now? And how big is my goal there? Where do I want to grow into? Which is the way that I want to hold more. And it's really a question of capacity. It's a question of how much do we trust ourselves. In the beginning, when I started my business, it was about 3,000 euros, and it already felt like huge. And I wasn't able to really direct it and trust myself with that. And from there, in the last 8 years, I built it up to being around 10K a month, and from there I really can hold that, and it's really become a new way of impact. Because what I do is, the more work I do, the more things I create in the world, the more I show up, the more I share, the more I write books, the more I give out into the world, the more energy from me is in circulation, the more capacity I have, the more capacity I can hold, and the more I trust myself. And from there, it really is just about this growth. And the growth is really about balancing the one thing of holding impact and the other thing of holding ourselves. We can only hold and have an impact in the world as deep and as much we can hold ourselves. I truly believe in that. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be healed. But we have to be able to hold ourselves to the depth we can hold our clients and our work and how we show up in the world. So this is really correlated with each other. It's so much about the flow and where do we want to invest, and really noticing and being really aware in which houses do I invest? Where does my money flow towards? Does it flow to the places where we have common shared values, or is it just something where I just desire and I'm not so aware of where my money flows. And we don't have to have a lot of money to be really conscious of the money flow. I think it's really a good way to start when we are small, to create this differentiation of which is the places we want our money to go to, because these places where our money goes to is the places where our energy goes to. It's the places we nourish with our own energy, and also the same for where our money comes from. Is it places that feel healthy and in health, or is it places where we honestly don't really believe into, or where our values are not in common? So how can we always just remember that we are not holding money, but we are like the stewards of the flow of money, and we can learn that and we can practice that, and it's just a thing of growth and a thing of our beliefs and a thing of allowing and receiving and letting go and the circle of life. It has to do a lot of with the circle of life. Yes, I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, I'm really grateful to be here for you. I believe that if you're interested in creating abundance in your life, my Arrow membership could be the perfect place for you. I will link it below so you can check that out. If you have any questions to that, let me know. You would be invited to join us in this beautiful community. I would love to have us with you. And we are working on our own capacity, we are working on expanding, we are working on visions, and it's just in that beautiful, consistent and committed way of showing up and directing our energy and mastering how our energy shows up in the world, how we show up with our energy and what we receive and what we give. And if there are any questions, as always, I'm there for you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Thank you. Bye.